The elements that I'm looking for in a resume, to repeat something that we talked about last time, are, if it's not obvious, how did it begin? The implication for most of what we do is it's an assignment. But if it's an idea that we came up with, if it's an idea that a client came up with, whatever it is, it's a good idea to give people a little background. And the non-bulleted stuff, the position description stuff, gives a lot of that often, so that everything under a certain position will assume all of the stuff in the position description paragraph above the bullets. So you want to have some kind of context, which is either above or in the bullet. Then, as I started to say, whatever you began it, whether it was an assignment or something you did off your own bat as an initiative, that's something you want to include so that people don't get confused. And then, as I said, if you can include initiative that you took or where things went wrong and you corrected them, those are the most effective stories at all. So just to cement that in your mind, one of the examples that I used last time was the princess who was looking for a prince to marry. And I gave the example of the not very famous, and you'll discover why in a minute, fairy tale, where the woodcutter's son comes into the castle courtyard. The princess spies him and says, "Wow, you'd be a great prince. Why don't you marry me?" And he takes one look at the princess and goes, "Sure, I'll marry you." So she grabs his hand, "Let's go talk to Dad." And they go into the throne room, and the king says, "How can I help you?" And the princess says, "I found the man I'm going to marry." And the king says, "Great, we'll have a marriage next month. Fabulous." And they lived happily ever after. Now, why is that not a famous fairy tale? It's not a famous fairy tale because no prince that ever existed in any fairy story or in real life ever got the okay from the king without killing a dragon first. So we're hardwired to wait for that dragon story. And we've got our skeptical vision on until we hear that. You know, "Oh, look at this guy, all results, no problems. I don't need him. I need somebody who can solve my problems." You've got to be able to slay the dragon, and the best bullets show what you overcame to make the result happen.